What's up, everybody? This is Kofi Boakye, and you're watching The Jam Interview.
Jam, 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 jam.
So what's your story?
I'm a 19-year-old musician from Akron, Ohio. I'm starting early at the age of 8 playing the piano, and I just have a group of supportive people around me and a drive to do some great things and break some barriers in my field and make my family pretty proud of me.
Okay. So what I guess what's your drive and like what I guess motivates you?
Man, what motivates me is the opportunity to do something bigger than myself. Ultimately, right now, what I realize is what I'm doing is bigger than myself. The ability to make music and to have a platform that I have right now, and the ability to inspire peers and people, across Ohio and also across the region and getting national notoriety. I realize that there's a great deal of responsibility to be great, and I hold myself to that, and I really want to make something out of this thing and see how far I can go. I've accomplished a little bit right now, and I can't wait to see what's going on in the future for myself.
Okay. So that's the impact you see yourself making is the impact on other people.
Absolutely. That's the end goal. I want to see everybody else around me, especially that's working alongside with me. I want to see them growing. I want to see them doing things of their own in whatever facet. And it's not even just music. I hope that through any type of thing that I do, whether it's entrepreneurship or basketball, anything. I mean, anything that I'm doing, I hope that I can be an inspiration to somebody that's watching.
Okay. I guess what kind of tools would you give them, or like advice? Like I guess what does that look like for you?
For me personally, I'm a person that focuses on leading by example, and I know that if I can do what I say that I want to do, and if I can do the actions to it, I can expect other people to probably be inspired by it and follow in that track. That's how I learn. That's how I see things. I look at other people that are doing great things, and I say, okay, how did he do that? How does she do that? And I watch their actions, kind of study them, and try and apply it to the things that I do, and I hope that I can do the same thing for others.
Do you have any mentors that are helping you through this process right now?
The process of music, you're saying? Or,
yeah.
Not directly right now. I think that's something that I will probably get once I enter into this next chapter and go into a Berklee College of Music in the fall of 2019. But right now, I have a lot of supportive family members around me, a lot of wisdom, and I try to surround myself around older people and older musicians that are a little more experienced than I am and have been in the industry longer than I have. And I think that's a great impact on what I do, just hearing their experiences and knowing what not to do. I always consider myself to be like a one-punch guy. Like,
right.
If I see somebody get punched in the face, I don't need to do the thing
right.
that got you punched in the face. So I just know not to do that.
Yeah.
So if I can learn by observing and learning and listening to other people, then I'm doing an effective job of trying to do something on my own thing and be successful with it.
Okay. What was one of the, I guess, lessons that you picked up in terms of the older musicians that you're following?
I learned from this one individual. He told me, he said, when you perform, you should look better than your crowd. Optically, like you should dress better than your crowd, and that's something that I've kind of taken into my performances. I try to just approach things a little differently now, and I'm on a much more professional level. Like my biggest goal is to try to not be a local musician in a sense. And I know that kind of sounds bad to some people, but in the sense of that, I'm trying to do something that is more than just Akron. That's more than just my city. And I understand what this city has taught me and everything like that. But at the same time, I feel like I have more to offer to the world on a national level. And I'm driven to do that. And I've seen the successes that I've had on a national level so far. And so I want to continue that. And in order to do that, I have to continue to build good habits. I have to continue to be focused and listening to that type of advice, which is pretty important. You should look better than your audience. You shouldn't walk into your event looking like a bum. That's,
right.
That's not good. So yeah, that's important to me. That's very important.
So I've kind of heard almost a little bit of the opposite, where you start local and then you expand from there.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess have you done that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. like for like, you understand, this has been for like 4 years. Like,
Right.
no, not 4 years. It's been about a 10-year process for me. I've been
Okay.
playing for 10 years, but for 4 years, I really started to take it seriously. Like, really, like, okay, I gotta make something out of this because I feel like this is what I want to do. Like, this was the choice that I made for myself. And I've played. I mean, I set out a goal in 6th grade. I remember I was in my history class, and I was like, I want to play at every venue in Akron. I want to do that. And I want to achieve that goal. So I set out that goal to play at every venue in Akron, and I thought that was going to take like 40 years. I thought that was going to take forever. I was like, I want to headline my own show at the Civic. I want to headline my own thing I want to play at E.J. Thomas. I want to play with an orchestra. I thought this was going to take years to do. Like it usually does.
Yeah.
Had you told me that 4 years later, before I even graduated high school, I would have played at every venue you could think of in Akron, and I would have headlined my own show at the Civic and performed 2 shows with an orchestra and everything like that, I probably wouldn't have believed you.
Wow.
So, like, but it's just a testament to where I've been focused at, how I've been working at it. And so when I say that, being a local musician, it's like I've been one. I still
Right.
am one.
Yeah, yeah.
But I have goals of trying to reach higher, of course, and not just thinking locally, but also thinking on a national level. And I think like anybody should. I think when you are at a level of success that you attain and you want to do better and you want to reach more people, you should achieve higher. So I think it's just natural for me.
That's awesome. Yeah. So you feel like the city's embraced you?
I think I would say so. I mean, I would say that I learned a lot from this city. I would say that I wouldn't be who I am today without the teachers, the executives that I've met along the way, the political leaders that I've met along the way. If it wasn't for their advice, their words of encouragement, their support, I definitely wouldn't be the person that I am today. And I definitely wouldn't be at the level of success that I'm at today in any field. So I'm extremely grateful for all the people that I've seen and come across in this path.
Awesome. So I guess what was the one experience where that made you want to think globally? I guess what happened? What switch turned on for you?
What switch? I think my mindset has kind of always been there on how do I grow. But it maybe hit me for sure this year when I went to travel to San Antonio and compete in the NAACP AXO competition. And so this competition, thousands compete locally. Hundreds of thousands compete locally, then thousands compete regionally, and then hundreds are only chosen to compete on a national level. And so like these are hundreds of the brightest minds you can think of, the most talented kids in the world. And I was able to compete nationally. And this is an event that's like no small thing. Like Jennifer Hudson was there. She competed in it when she was younger. Alicia Keys competed in it when she was younger. Kanye West competed in it, and he lost.
Yeah.
So it was one of those events. It's super competitive.
That's awesome.
And I was grateful to go there, and I was a national medalist. I won. And I was able to meet so many like-minded peers, but just being kind of to be recognized on a national level was something for me that was like, okay, what I'm doing in Akron makes sense, and it's not just that, oh, he's just talented in Akron.
Right.
He can be something in LA. He can be something in San Antonio. He can be something in Boston. So that was a very it just solidified kind of what I was already feeling, but I didn't know until I went out there and bet on myself and competed. So
That's awesome. So I guess who encouraged you to do that, to get involved with that?
Well, the president of the Akron chapter of the NAACP had been reaching out to me for a couple years now. It's just that my schedule wasn't able to accommodate that, and I didn't know about the event. I wasn't really educated on it as much as I should have been. But as soon as I kind of found out about what it was about, who had competed in it, that was a kind of interesting factor to it. So it just happened. I mean, it was my final year that I would be able to do it, and I just said, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fly out there. Let's see what happens. So they flew me out, and me and another young lady who competed in Akron, and yeah, we brought back a win. I was the first person from the Akron chapter to ever win, so it's pretty cool for the Akron chapter for sure.
So you just made history.
a little bit. No, I'm joking. Yeah, but it was pretty cool. Though. It was pretty cool to be there, and it was weird because one of the girls that I saw there and I met about 2 months later, she was on the Steve Harvey show. Wow. And she was younger than me. She's like 16, and I didn't know she was like an Instagram celebrity person. She got like thousands of followers, and she followed me back, and I didn't know who she was. I mean, I didn't know. We were just talking. She was just a cool person, very talented, and yeah, she's now on Steve Harvey with Paula Abdul and doing all that stuff. So big ups to her, man. She's doing her thing. So there's a lot of people like that out there, though.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's taking like opportunities like that. You never know what happens and
Yeah,
what
man.
comes of it. So that's awesome that you took advantage of that.
Yeah, had to. Whenever I feel like you're given an opportunity to make your city proud, to make your mom proud, make your dad proud, whoever, you should take advantage of it, man. I believe in myself. I think more than anybody else could. I have to,
Right.
because especially you look at the color of your skin, you realize that you really have to know who you are and know your worth, and that's important. I tell people that all the time that I talk to. They're like, man, how are you able to do this? How are you able to do that? How are you able to, they ask me those questions now. And I'm like, well, first, I believed in myself. That's important. And then the rest just take care of itself, man. I never cheat this process of music. I approach it with the respect that it's given me from the very beginning. I know what I've given to it, and I hope that it gives the same back to me. I just love this instrument, and I love what it does for me, so it's cool.
That's awesome. So you play other instruments as well besides the piano?
I only play the piano. I only
yeah?
play the
Okay.
piano. But I play the organ and I play the melodica, but they're all like piano-centered instruments.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is pretty much it right now.
Okay.
I don't have no interest in any other instrument right now, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
When did you start playing?
I started playing when I was 8 years old. My mom had introduced it to me when she saw an advertisement for it in some paper. And at the time, I had already tried every other thing you could think of. I tried, soccer, baseball, all that stuff, intramurals and all that stuff. And she was like, okay, you tried that. It didn't work. You want to try music? And I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. And we gave it a shot. I remember that first week when I did it, I hated it. I was in some group class, and there was a bunch of like 5-year-olds in there, and they was playing Beethoven and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, this ain't for me. I was 8 at the time, and I was already kind of pretty tall, so I was like, this is a bunch of little kids. I don't got time for this. But the teacher said that the head teacher, Trisha Thompson, she wanted to pull me aside, and she talked to me, and she was like, well, wait, don't leave yet. Don't quit on me. I see something in you. And she said, I want to take private lessons with you. So from there, instead of the group classes, we took private lessons. And then the rest is history, man. It just took off from there. Within months, I was from beginner's books to advanced books, and just caught on naturally for me. So.
Wow. That's amazing. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
all the way from that, and then you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's nothing but the grace of God. Honestly, man, I wouldn't be anywhere without that. So that's important for everything I do.
Yeah, it sounds like you had an amazing journey, and it's not even over.
Yeah, it's just getting started.
Yeah.
Started, and that's what's so exciting about it.
Yeah, so we got so much life left.
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine where you'll be even 2 years from now. Yeah. So
Yeah,
like you
man.
were saying, it was 2 years that passed from the when you were talking about performing for, you say, on a national level.
Yeah.
So, and even hitting up the venues that you were talking about that you didn't think you would hit up.
Mm-hmm.
2 years of progress is just, it means so much.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, thank you for doing the interview. I really appreciate
man.
it.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah. You have anywhere people can find your music?
Yeah. You can find me. If you type my name in, or on Instagram, Facebook, all that, Snapchat, Kofi B Music. That's the username for everything right now. I'm also at my website, kofibmusic.com. And also, in efforts to raise money to attend Berklee College of Music in the fall of 2019, I am having a Kofi Made in Akron film premiere fundraiser, which is going to be in January of 2019 on the 31st. And tickets are available now on my website, kofibmusic.com. Support it. Please do, because I'm trying to go to school, man. I'm trying to go to school. So, yeah.
You have anybody you want to give a shout out to?
It's a long list of people, but I'll just say shout out to my mom, man. She's really, if you see what I'm doing now and you see what I've accomplished or whatever, she's the driving force behind all that, really. And that's you can't even sugarcoat that. I mean, she's everything, and everything and more. She doesn't get enough credit. I say it all the time. I don't give her enough credit, but she deserves it all. So she's amazing. Yeah.
Thank you again.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and keep jamming.